Dakar, we head to Rosario. Today, the route stretches out ahead of our competitors, 1,000 kilometers towards Rosario. But before we get started, a little treat. The best of the onboard images from this year. Honda saw their overall chances grind to a halt in the marathon stage, as Gonçalves had to change his engine.
At that moment you think your dream is over. We start working around 6 o'clock and we finish 2 o'clock in the morning.
But giving up is not in his vocabulary.
I will try for me and for HRC team and for my teammates.
With time in hand, you'd think Coma would be looking towards victory. I can't see the end of this yet, but if you see the kilometers we still have to go, it's an eternity. Price has grabbed the final podium spot. The rookie is at home on the Dakar.
I like going fast in the desert. We're sitting on a podium position at the moment. We'll try and stick there till the end.
But what we know is Quintanilla will make him fight to the very end. Stage 12 is a long one, 1,000 Ks in total, and a tough one for managing tyres for the fast 300K special. And as such, riders were cautious, with many choosing the hardest tyre, normally used in marathon stages, to help them get to the start of the special with some grip left. Quintanilla lost time yesterday after feeling rough all day, but his spirits seem refreshed this morning.
Maestro.
So much experience,
maestro.
He's the maestro.
Yesterday
I was pretty ill. They gave me some pills and medicine in the bivouac, and the problems faded a bit, and I tried to hydrate myself as much as possible. Today, I'm feeling a bit better, but still sick. Castor, a veritable veteran, has had a quiet Dakar. This year, he's brought his own team to help others race the Dakar, while he himself has managed to climb the leaderboard to 7th overall as the best French rider of the year. He's enjoying himself as always, but he's not safe yet. Laia Sanz has destroyed her previous best finish of 16th last year and is now just 25 minutes behind Castor in 8th place. Today, she beat both him and 6th place Faria, yet with the gap at 25 minutes, she might just have run out of time to catch them. Coma has been here before. The gap is relatively big, but not enough to allow him to relax too much. Starting 6th, he had the benefit of Faria slowing to ride behind him for security. KTM are playing a game they know well, but even Coma is worried of the unexpected. 300 kilometers of special with a lot to lose, not much to gain. It wasn't easy to manage, and I saw the terrain, and I imagined that the tyres were going to wear quickly. So at the beginning, I tried to save a bit of the tyre for the end, and I'm happy with how it went. Quintanilla is in damage limitation right now. His illness came at the worst possible time, and he was unable to keep his pace high enough to hold on to third overall. Today, he finished 8th and lost 10 more valuable minutes to Price. The second week has been a boon for Slovakia. Stefan Fitgo has led the way and has ridden out of his skin to finish in the top 10 of every special since stage 4. He was 5th today, just 3 minutes down, and that's where he sits overall. His compatriot was credited with the win yesterday after the penalties to the Hondas. Ivan Jaquez backed it up with 4th today. It's moved him into 9th, and he sits just 2 minutes behind Sanz in the overall. 6th place to 9th place is all up for grabs. 3.5 minutes. That's how much Paulo Gonçalves clawed back on Coma today. Without his 16 minutes of penalty, he would be just 1:49 behind Coma. The harsh reality of the Dakar is that all he can do is aim to win stages and hope that the luck that deserted Honda does the same to his rivals in the final stage. I'll stay concentrated and do the best I can to Buenos Aires tomorrow. Setting off first, navigation is not so much of an issue on the Argentinian tracks compared to the Chilean desert, and so Barreda was hopeful of adding to its stage win total. He spent the day in 2nd on the timesheet and will have to content himself with a perfect starting position for the final stage to Buenos Aires. Starting 6th and leading at every waypoint and at every checkpoint, and coming home 1:55 ahead of Barreda after the 298 Ks of special was Toby Price. He's done to this rally what few have done before in their first attempt. The Australian will be a very strong challenger for the overall in years to come. The relative short and fast dash meant that times were close, but at high speeds the risks are greater, and that's why you can't see Coma's name in the screen in the top 5. But it's here where it matters. The gap is closing behind him, but the road to a 5th Dakar victory for Coma has just 174 Ks left to run. Christophe de Klerk made it 2 stage wins on the bounce today. He's been rejuvenated since re-entering Argentina and won today by 7 minutes. Let's see if he can manage the triple whammy into Buenos Aires tomorrow. Nelson Sanabria was best of the rest today, but it's not enough right now to challenge for the overall podium, sitting as he is, 32 minutes behind the man in 3rd. And that man is Walter Nosiglia from Bolivia. In his 2nd Dakar, he kept his cool and took his 2nd top 3 in a row. That means he keeps his 3rd overall. Cruising, it's not in his nature, but that's what Rafael Sonic is doing right now. With such a healthy lead at the top of the standings, nothing except bad luck can ruin his run. To climb the South American summits and reach for your dream is not easy. The Dakar roads have twice this year brought the bikes to the top of the Andes, where the lack of oxygen and freezing temperatures give them a torrid time. But there are always safe hands to help them along. The liaison on the Dakar, it's a moment where it's a little bit dangerous. There's tiredness, the road, the uphills, the lack of oxygen. We stopped here to watch the group before the start of the stage. I think they need to be focused to face what can happen, like we saw during the previous liaison. But I think they're already focused, and they protect themselves well from the cold. Papa Charlie, medical card 2. Papa Charlie, if you hear me, medical card 2, kilometre 210, kilometre 210 on the liaison, 30 kilometres from the border. Now we go to the top of the pass to wait for the competitors. We have another medical car which is coming. We have a compression chamber as well in case the 4,800 meters of altitude affects the bikers. Here is the compression chamber with the oxygen in the car. The compression chamber is usually used in expeditions, particularly in the Himalayan expeditions. The compression chamber is where we put the patient when they present with altitude sickness, no matter what symptoms, headaches or even respiratory problems. The compression chamber will be closed and will raise the pressure with this pump until the pressure inside reaches 1 atmosphere of pressure, which is the same pressure as at sea level. Hello, how are you? Oh, it's really something special. Oh, my neck. Yes, sorry. You okay?
¿Está bien? Ahora mejor.
Now better. You see? They all pass. With all the riders we talked, they're all well. It's perfect. It's impeccable. For the first time in its history, the Dakar stopped over on the brand new circuit of Termas de Rio Hondo, a venue that welcomed MotoGP races for the first time in 2014, as well as rounds from the WTCC. This new stop for the rally was also a possibility for the Dakar followers to visit the Fangio Museum, witness the passion Argentina has for motorsports. After Carlos Checa during week 1, another former MotoGP rider came to visit the Dakar. Lucio Cecchinello made the best of the bike trip in Chile to stop over and say hello to his former opponent, Jürgen van der Gorberg.
I think not more than 4 or 5 left.
It's really fantastic what they are doing. I mean, for me, you know, I come from MotoGP world, and everything is clean, and here it's really, you know, dirty and really tough, and I have a lot of respect for all what they are doing.
A new measure has been applied on this edition of the Dakar to protect tired competitors.
I will give you this card. You have to go to the safety center because you arrive after midnight.
For riders having spent too much time on a special, they now have to go through various checks before being authorized to carry on. Like if I hadn't been tortured enough. After the bike is controlled, so is the rider. Paula Galvez went through a thorough medical check. Where's the race headquarters? Once the doctors at the rally have checked their temperature, tension and blood sugar and it's all right, the competitor can then head to the Dakar headquarters to be cleared to start and collect the precious roadbook for the following day. In the cars, no one can touch Alatia.
And we continue on this piste.
He's turning his sights towards the finish line.
Great feeling in the moment, you know. We're looking to reach the final in Buenos Aires. Still we have 2 days.
No one ever said Yazid Al-Rajhi lacked confidence.
The race is too easy.
But his race ground to a halt, leaving Salta.
The car is here next year and every year, and we are inshallah here every year. And see you soon, that's what can do, nothing more.
Consistent as ever, the Toyota and De Villiers have done all they can to catch Nasser, but time is running out.
It's not all over yet, you know, he still needs to get the finish line.
Holovic has pushed his way onto the podium. Can he hold on for his best ever finish?